And I was, I suppose, spiritually ugly, I suppose. I couldn't connect with my soul at all. And I know that when girls have this trouble, their friends come, their girlfriends, and they talk about it. When guys have this problem, the guys come round to the house and they just sit there.
I'll bring some beer. Come on.
And it's good, it works. One of my friends was in the BBC, he's a director, and the BBC wanted to make a film about Live Aid 10 years afterwards, 1995. And he said, come on, let's go to Africa again and do this film. And I love going to Africa, I go there a lot. And, but I just didn't want to move, I didn't want to do anything, I wasn't capable of doing things. But he persuaded me and we went to Ethiopia, went to Addis, stayed in a little house beside a big street called Scream in Vain. I'm sorry for speaking a lot of English. I wish I could speak German, I can't. Scream in Vain is, it means that you can scream as loud as possible, nobody will help you. And it's called that because in the past you could go into this street with money, they would knife you, and you would scream and nobody would help you. So a nice place to be, a bit like Bochum on Saturday night. Sorry, I'm in Sheffield. And we did some filming, then we went up to the north to a town called Harbo. Now Harbo, in the 80s, was ruined. It was like the moon when I saw it. There was nothing there, just rocks, and a lot of people dying, a lot, everywhere. And Band-Aid and Live Aid, with the money from Germany and all over the world, we tried different things to make the place live again. And one of the things that worked was sweet potatoes. You know, I don't know what they are in Germany, they're called sweet yams in English. And the people had never seen this, and they planted them, and they started growing very well. It was perfect for that place, and it's a good crop, it's full of healthy things, nutrition. So we went back to film this revived, beautiful place in the world. And we flew in on a hot day, and I got out of the little plane and I went and sat beside one of those classic African houses. And I looked out at this beautiful scene. What was a moon 10 years ago was now a beautiful green valley, purple mountains in the distance, healthy, elegant people, good. And they wanted to share the food with us, so they were picking up the sweet potatoes and sending the children to get water and making the fire and taking the straw from the roof of the house and making the fire catch, and they boiled the water and they shared the sweet potatoes with us. And I had been feeling shit, you know, the whole trip. And suddenly, for no reason I can think of, I was feeling better. Yes, the place, yes, the people, all that, but something else. You know Leonard Cohen? He writes a lot of disco songs. He's got a great line in one of his songs. Is that your phone?
No.
Is that the missus? Bochum! What? I said fucking Bochum! Leonard Cohen has a great line. That was Leonard on the phone, by the way.
Yeah, I was Leonard. Yeah, I was Leonard.
He's got a line that says, there's a crack in everything, and that's how the light gets in. And I'm sitting there under that house with those people and that food. There was a crack in me and the light began to get back in. I began to feel better. So we're doing Sex, Age and Death, we're doing the music and the sessions, and it's going good. And we have this good track, but there's something not right. The words aren't good, there's something. But you need, there's something here that needs to be said. And I tried different things and it was no good. And then one day I found my old notebook from Ethiopia. And I saw what I've just told you, the sweet yams in the fields of Harbo made me feel better. And I started singing the words of this story, I told you, and it worked. So we're going to do Scream in Vain now, then we're going to do one for me, and then we do Mudslide. But the first one, Scream in Vain, is the first part of the song is in Alice, the second is in the little town of Harbo, and the rest of it is me being miserable. This is Scream in Vain.